it for alcohol?
Is that what should have got mixed. So, the taste of the lasses. Where do I start? Well, the last few years, I've been here around 9 years now. My predecessors used to be crude, bullyish. It used to be a fight between lasses and laddies. So this year, I thought I'd mix it up, calm it down a bit, make it more of a comedy show. Whatever. So, lasses, dignitaries, guests, and cross-dressers. No names mentioned, Ed. And to the rest of you who've come for a free meal. So Wissam, who has left the building, I believe, he's had the heads up about this, I'm sure. Yeah. So he was first choice. But when I seen him outside the clinic, he stated to me he was learning French and Norwegian, which I was very confused about. But then, the last few weeks, it's clicked in. But I think he wanted to be seated more with Frederick, Matt, Graham, and their guys up top to watch the festivities unfold more so. So I'm afraid you got second choice me instead. I was nominated by several people in the audience, which I was very excited about. Got to shave my legs, wear a skirt, which I don't like doing very often, when Sorry, actually. And on my feminine side, just for one night only, I've shaved somewhere else. It's itching a bit. Bobby! Scratchy, scratchy! So for the next entire 10 minutes, you've got great entertainment. It's not written by Ravi, it's written by Ronnie. Writing this speech took me so much time, I've written the bloody apostle in rhythm and rhyme. Like a red hot pepper from Greg's, you cut straight in your gob. You'll get terrible burns from me, because that's my job. Well, here we are. Never thought I'd be chosen for such a special occasion in EG. This has to be the highlight of the year. And this year, me and Lynette decided to do the speeches for the laddies and the lasses. Of all the lasses in all the world, she's part of the medical team that signs me off fit. Hang on. Don't drink. So I'll have to take it easy on you, Lynette, because I'll be NRB'd full time. I think that's not required. Am I correct? So before I get started on the next few words, girls, forgive me if I slip into the Scottish impersonation you can, so I'll stick to the Irish, denaz. So, the great lasses, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you hate an argument, you girls, don't you? Fine. Fine is a word that the lasses use to end an argument and feel they're usually right, which is 0% of the time. Correct? Or is it? Be careful though, never use fine to describe how a lassie looks, because you more likely end up causing more arguments. 5 minutes. 5 minutes with a girl is really 30 minutes, half an hour. However, this is equivalent to 5 minutes that you watch football before you put the kids to bed, so it's really equivalent. 5 minutes could only be mistaken for sex or a nookie, but that determines how much the girl has had to drink. Nothing. Nothing means something you should be on your toes. Nothing usually masks hidden desire to cause you pain. Nothing also tends to be a forerunner for an argument that will last 5 minutes and end in the word fine. Go ahead with a raised eyebrow. Note the raised eyebrow look. Be very careful don't take the expression literally. This actually is a dare to a war cry. One that results in a woman getting upset over nothing, followed by a row that would probably last 30 minutes, and then end the word, fine. Whatever. This means I give up. I don't give a damn, basically you're a twat. Persist in what you're doing, and this will be followed by the notorious eyebrow look, and then the go-ahead stare. Loud sigh. Loud sigh. This is not actually a word. It's a non-verbal statement often misunderstood by the laddies. A loud sigh means she thinks you're an idiot, you're a twat, and wonders why she's wasting her time with you. Ending in nothing. Soft sigh. Soft sigh again is a non-verbal statement. Soft sigh means, in content, best to leave her alone, don't breathe, don't speak, and there's a slim chance you might get away with it. Slim, very slim. That's okay. Lads, do not be fooled by her witchcraft. She's buying her time to concoct a horrible demise to kill you. It'll end up in an insurance job. Please do. This is a non-statement, an offer if you like. This is your chance to come up with your best excuse for your wrongful deeds. Laddies are notorious bad liars, especially after a dram. So you're better off being remote and there's a chance you'll get away with the truth. Or keep drinking drams and keep on fucking lying. So, the old days. This is mostly for the UK guys. You'd come home on a Friday, 5-hour shifts, straight down to the pub, you'd shout to your lassie, right, I'm off down to the pub for a long weekend, I'll see them Monday. Oh no, these days you need a run-up. You have to touch her up on a Monday, Tuesday, feel her up, see what mood swing she's in. Take her out for a meal, buy her flowers, and then that will end up in whatever. Do what you want. And then we come to bedtime and waking up. She goes to bed all normal, spruced up, cream on, brushes her teeth, perfume on. Jesus Christ, you wake up in the morning, fuck me, she comes over to you, you're watching TV. Look at me, I'm only having a fucking ugly day. Look at me. You shout over to her, come away from that window, we'll never sell the fucking house. And then the sexy time. Oh, sexy time. 2 options to this. You've only got 2 options to it. There's no middle of the park. Option 1. Fantastic in bed, 24 hours a day or night. Do anything you want. But what runs parallel with this, she's fucking mental. She's got a fucking screw loose. She's prone to attack. She's got a mood swing in the front garden. But then, option 2 is loving, caring, kind, cooks your bait, but she's shite in bed. Don't point that thing at me. That's disgusting. Who do you think you are, a fucking porn star? But she does make a nice sandwich. The other day my wife was going through a wardrobe. Look, she said, this fits me after 20 years. I replied, it's a fucking scarf. my wife I wouldn't laugh. And then, don't you just love that the lasses think they can keep up those laddies drinking pints of beer? But the problem is, they drink bottles of wine. They probably consume 4 bottles of wine before leaving the house. It's only 12%, what happened? Go to a disco, they have another 4 bottles of wine, 8 bottles of 12% wine. What could possibly go wrong? 9 times out of 10, you're walking home, 3 a.m. in the morning, you turn over your shoulder, and your wife's stooped over a fucking drain in the high street, pissing like a camel. I'll just leave that to your imagination. Anyway, let's get serious about our Robbie Burns, a randy man. Robbie Burns, Scotland's favourite son. He certainly had an eye for the ladies, mostly his trouser eye. Our poor boy fancy a quick one. He has often observed a woman can make an average man great, and a great man average. Speaking of making average men great, Dave and Cherie. I'm going to be nice. They finally found their true loves after decades of trying and hard work. A lovely laddie and lassie. Michael, I'd put that phone down, mate, go next. Speaking of making great men average, Michael and Monique.
I'll be Clarkey.
Just suck in for this one. The 2 globe-trotting Aussies, Michael and Monique. Not sure why, but you never see him anymore. A bit like the secluse hermit from C Block 27. Monique's into her books at the minute, revising at present. Wow. So I think she wears a trousering relationship and set a decree upon Michael. Michael's banned from boozing, put under a curfew, and he's only allowed after dark wearing black clothing to run EG. Bonds a pair, couple of rippers. That's as far as I'm going with the couple, sorry. John, I'm staying away from you at the back. Flight's next week, not tomorrow. Well, says me, drink them. So, Burns could not be attained to the status so long enjoyed. Were it not for the fact he was surrounded by remarkable women, they raised him from the man he was to be the iconic Scotsman whose poems have run down the ages. He held them dear to his heart and looked at them as a source of comfort, a source of inspiration and a source of strength. None more than the Burns' only bride, Gina Moore, who was referred to as the Belt of Macleod. She bore him 2 sets of twins before they wed and a total of 9 children in all, inspiration for a wise, winsome wee thing. Even though my great-grandfather came from Old Dalkeith Road in Edinburgh, I still struggle to grasp the depth of Scottish twang in all of this. It most likely sounds like a crap meal from the galley mixed with rusty spanners. No stop here, is it? Oh, sweet ladies, you are dear to us. We men would be without you. With wrinkled clothes and motley beards in a house of straw and cowpoo. Without you, we would just exist. Watching football in a bar, drinking, laughing, eating, drinking again, and sleeping in our car. So to the lassies, this speech I'm doing, the folks are usually pissed up by now, and their standards are lowering, or is that just me? Now I'll keep the Scots light to your delicate ears. I know Burn sounds like Sassenach Piers. Section chat? Paul, it's Nick. Isn't it? Oh no. Robbie wrote a lot of verse, but the reason behind this was to get under their skirts. Robbie was a randy and real naughty lad who struggled to keep it under his plaid. The perverse under his clad an inch would please a lady, but like McDonald's, I'm not sure if you know, he claimed to have a quarter pounder to go. And he swung it around, had various children to various lasses. Remember people, there was no condoms in them days, so he spread STDs all over the lasses. And the lasses screamed, "It burns, it burns, it burns, it burns." I'm sure Lynette would have a cream for that occasion. And in this present day, you would have HR involved. Randy Raz is a problem, he needs to be solved. And when he's been drinking, he'd say to the lasses like a red, red rose, let's go back to yours and see how it goes. But being a scaffy, to me, I always thought the best two things to come out of Scotland was Tennant's beer and Buckfast. In Glasgow in the 70s, they used to say the Buckfast gave jocks a superhuman powers. In court they stated the bookie made the men do it. This had to be the classic defence in Glaswegian assault trials. And as Bobby stated earlier, the third best thing and the best thing only to come out of Scotland was when I proposed to my special lassie Joanne in 1999. Is that right, Bob? It's no secret that Robbie loved embalmment almost as much as the lasses. But if you look at his writing, there was never more secret that Brad loved and lassies more of all. Ye jovial boys who love the joys, the blissful joys of lovers, yet dar war the dauntless brow, that thee bonny lass discovers. Pro draw nearer and lend an ear, and welcome into Pratter. I've lately been in quarantine, as I'm a proven fornicator. He wrote about every one of them, immortalising their greatness in his metered speech. Yes, Robbie took advantage when he could and helped seduce his lasses on those long Scottish nights. I often think that he wrote his observations in the lasses in the evening when there were best chance to pluck his ropers from the bush and lay it present at their feet. And then he wrote his warnings to the lasses in the morn when a clear head arose. The bard himself, my lasses and laddies, she's my sunshine, oh my eye. To live but I canna. Had I on earth best wishes three, the first should be my Anna. Though in the same breath, and most likely the same night, he gave the laddies his warning. The captive bands may chain the hands, but love enslaves the man. Ye gallant braw, I read you all, beware of my bonny Anne. Limerick and then the right, the cautionary tale, that we laddies to beware. But bonny Anne, so now you are thinking a place to start with me. What makes a lassie, because after all, what makes a lassie's lovely is here tonight, that will be raising a glasses shortly. the bard saw your lasses in every aspect of nature. Our gentle dames, it gars me great to think of our many castles sweet, how mony lengthened and sage advices, but true kings, but true with the kings, and true with constitutions, with bloody armaments and revolutions. Let majesty your first attention summon, I Calar, the majesty of a woman. So let us toast to those lovely ladies. Gentlemen, please charge your glasses and be upstanding. Tonight we stand here in praise, so join me lads, let your voices raise, prepare and toast, fill your glasses, join me now, to the bonny lasses!